I'm here in our university again. This is behind me is a backdrop of what we call in the University of the Bahamas, which is Andros. We call this our coppice, and the coppice is a mixture of evergreen trees. They call it broadleaf plants. Hi there, I'm a prophetic professor and lecturer of Wentworth B. Manson here, and I'm doing again this solo podcast. And I like to move away from the screen so that you can see what I'm talking about. Here we have here different species of trees. This particular species of trees here is called, we call this is as you can't see it right now as well, but looking at the leaves and the pods of it, we call this a Cinocord tree. Now this is a local name that we call it, but you know it got a scientific name. But I don't normally like give scientific names because only the scientists know about it, but the normal man do not know about it, or the average person. So, but anyway, what happens is these seeds, these will break open, and these will be like, these are the smaller seeds, like I said, a bean seed in it. But this is a tree that grows similar to the Jumbey tree, and the Jumbey has small, simple leaves, but it has a little pod on it that comes on it, a little blossom, and then it boils open. But here it is. This here, as I said, this has small seeds in it. Now, this is still a month of February, late February, and so as you can see here, and as I'm walking around here, you can see these here. This is what we call our love wine. This is when you take it, and now this is a disclaimer now. Do not go because I'm saying it because this is what we do in the Bahamas here, and we will normally back in the days. You see this in my other podcast, but in terms of it, they will put this in a cloth and say bruise it, boom, 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 and it will bleed. And then they take it, put it in a pot of water, and bring it to a boil. When you bring it to a boil, of the heat will extract all of the fluid on the inside of it, and then it will remain in the pot, and it will be thick. And what happens is now we take, for those who like sweet milk, in the Bahamas back in the day, we like sweet milk or condensed milk, and we'll put that in it, mix that up, and drink it. And some places will say to you that once they drink it, you know what that means? Who couldn't have any kids? Kids season. How much you want, madam? 10? Well, this is one of, and this also makes one of the, we got a bush medicine called here, or called the 21 guns salute. You know what that means? The 21 gun salute. So that's you have another mixture of plants. But what I'm gonna do is later on I'm gonna bring in another expert in the field of the bush medicine for you to see. But I'm just out here doing this walkabout, letting you see how our coppice look here. We got two mixture of trees in our area. Now this area, like I said, you can see here, we have two areas. This is called our coppice. The coppice is an English word called broadleaf plants, right? And so what happens is with broadleaf plant trees, is, as I said, is our coppice. We also have a mixture of Caribbean pine. They're the two set of forests here. Now these trees are also found mixed in between the Caribbean pine forests, but they don't normally grow this tall. And then sometimes again, you get Caribbean pine trees get caught up in this forest here, and they don't grow as thick. So this coppice is we call our, in terms of our kingdom, in terms of our forest. Now, you remember I said to you about the other tree that I spoke to you about. This tree is called a Jumbey tree. Now, back in the day, they used to like to give it to the goat. I'm just holding it so I can pop off a piece so you can see what I'm talking about. And then here it is, this here, all right? Now, let me go back to that particular tree that I was talking about, which is called the Cinocord tree. Show you some examples of what I'm talking about so you can get a better idea. Let me find the pots, what I was talking about, so you can see. Just a quick, yeah, now, these two leaves, the leaves are not, they don't look alike, right? But the only thing it is when this particular tree produces pods, the pods come out looking like this here. Like this here. Green little pods, but the only thing is these ones will be yellow. These ones here on the tree will be yellow, and they also will break apart into like a feathery substance, comes on it, and then it will blow away. But what happened is, these shells, now to see the shell on it here, it's a different kind of shell. Now, this shell that I'm looking at here, this is a Jumbey shell. Now the seeds are on the inside of it, same as seeds are on the inside of this. This is different species of tree now. This is a Cinocord tree. But like I said, when they're having blossoms, they have similar blossoms as I made mention again to that round little board piece. But what happens is now with this Jumbey tree here, back in the day, they used to like to feed this to the goat. When the people who kept goat, they normally feed them with this Jumbey tree because it is much more accessible, and the goat will eat anything basically, but they fed them this. Now, I've learned something also. Back in the late 20s, I guess when coffee and everything was scarce, they would take the pods out of this, which would be these seeds them in this pot here, and they would boil it, and it normally will become brown, and all the brownness will come off of it and end up in the water, and people drank it for coffee back in the late 1920s. I've learned that from a historical place that they told me about it. But like I said again, so this is a very important area. As I said, you can see when you look at our coppice forest, we have various large trees. We got the various poisonwood trees, and I can see if I can show you a real poisonwood. When I say real poisonwood, this is a poisonwood leaf here of the trees here. But I want to show you the resin that is on it. So I want you to like, subscribe, and share. Like I said, we got various different species of trees, but then we got that evergreen tree. So I just want you to see that. So I'm just going to walk around so that you can see. So like, subscribe, and share. This is Blueprint Land Creation Podcast.